What is up, you guys? I don't know if you saw my video from a while back. I'll put it right here. That was on the 2018 Harley Davidson Fat Bob. So now I'm gonna kind of do like a 2,000 mile review. It's my brother's bike. If you saw the old video, you already know that. So this video is gonna be 5 things I hate. If I had to pick 5 things that I did hate about the Harley Davidson 2018 Fat Bob. Welcome to Bodie Vision. Yeah, heard. So anybody who has not seen my videos and anybody that is not too familiar with my channel, hasn't seen the first video, give them a little update, kind of introduce yourself and tell them what we're looking at.
So I'm Josh, I'm Adam's brother. This is my 2018 Harley Davidson Softail Fat Bob. I've had it for about 2 months now, and I've put right around 2,000 miles, a little bit over 2,000 miles on it.
So you've had some time on it, so we're going to give a good review. I mean, right off the bat, do you have any complaints, or do you love it?
I absolutely love it. I could probably list off 50 different things I love about it. So.
Well, okay, we're not going to talk about what you love about it. We'll maybe get into that a little bit. But right now, I want you to try to think, and I want you to try to pick 5 things, even if it's going to be hard, 5 things you do not like about the bike. It's going to be kind of hard to say 5 things you hate about the bike, but do you hate anything about it?
There's nothing I hate about it. Hate's a strong word.
Right. So you purchased it, you spent your money, you did your research. To have to pick 5 things you don't like about the bike, let's just go 5 things, no particular order. What's the first thing you can think of?
I would say the first thing I can think of is going to be the tune on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
You kind of know what I'm talking about with that, or?
Yeah, they kind of tell them a little bit more about it, because I'm not extremely familiar. But don't they kind of water it down to meet the EPA standard?
They do, which is understandable. All motorcycle brands do it. They have to meet a certain fuel emissions EPA standards. But also, Harley, Screaming Eagle, Harley Davidson sells a tune that you can buy to up the horsepower of the bike, which still meets EPA regulations.
If it still meets EPA regulations, why wouldn't it come on the bike?
Exactly,
okay.
It should.
Right.
You know what they're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
They're just trying to make that
right.
money.
It's all about that money at the end of the day. So you think it's fair to say that's number one of the 5 things that you don't like is the factory tune. So moving on from the first one, not necessarily your most hated one, or not necessarily the least most hated one, but what would you say is the second out of 5 things about the 2018 Harley Davidson Fat Bob that you dislike?
I would say the looks of it, and personally me, I love the way it looks. I chose to buy this bike. I like how it looks. But I will say it doesn't fit in with every single other Harley Davidson, and that was my choice. But I've noticed a lot of other people, they'll say it doesn't. You know, is that like a jack bike or like a, something like that?
Well, in which regards do you say it doesn't fit in with like the cliche or the typical Harley Davidson? But in what sense? Like what specifically about the bike isn't so Harley Davidson?
Mm-hmm. I would say personally the LED headlight, LED bar style. Someone the other day told me it looks like a Grom on steroids.
Oh, right. I can see that. I think they probably try to go for more of a modern approach.
Yeah,
I mean, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
But then again, I love the aspect of having that old school circular headlight. I even seen some people or some brands where they have the old school circular headlight with the LED things.
Yeah, there's plenty of aftermarket headlights like that right now.
Right.
So.
But, I don't know. I tend to disagree a little bit because I think the bike kind of has the old school touches, but then the modern accents just to show that it's a progressive bike. And I mean, if you're not moving forward, you're just going nowhere, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so number 2 will be some of the styling cues. You feel like some people might have some problems with it, even though you personally don't have a problem with it. Alright, so moving along from the factory tune being one of the 5, some of the styling cues such as the headlight being number 2. Let's go on to number 3. What's your third pick for something you dislike about the motorcycle?
A lot of motorcycles, a lot of Harleys will come with a shield right here. This right here, the top of the valve cover, that will cook your inner thigh.
It'll cook your legs, boy!
Yeah, if you're sitting at a red light and you're not being careful, that right there definitely is really hot. Not just warm.
Yeah, I understand. So do you feel like Harley could have done something to prevent that?
Yeah, they do something to prevent that on other bikes, and they just didn't put anything right here.
Yeah, I gotcha. And I don't think it would have took too much away from the bike to just add something right here to kind of protect you. But I definitely agree, if you're getting burned, that's not a good time. So that's number 3.
Yeah.
What would you say is number 4? Let's keep moving, let's keep rolling. What's your 4th thing, even though it's not in any particular order, like I said, another thing you dislike about the bike?
I'll definitely have to go back to the looks, and it's just how this exhaust is finished here. I completely love this whole bike, how it's black, dark gray, all these, little chrome accents. I love the bronze, all this black and everything here. Very, very nice. And then they finished it out with big silver.
I definitely agree. Like looking at the bike from front to back, top to bottom. I mean, the black and the bronze and the textured black right here with the detail, and then these, I think they kind of stick out like a sore thumb. Even if it was these exact pipes and they were just black, I mean, I think it would have been that much better. But you can always upgrade these, and that's not going to prevent you from buying the bike because you obviously bought it. But I definitely agree. They kind of stick out like a sore thumb.
Absolutely.
All right. So kind of for a recap, first of all, we got the tune. Dislike the tune, feel like they could have did better off because they actually offer it, but they just want to get money, some of that corporate greed, you know what I'm saying? So from the motor and the tune to some of the styling cues you don't like, number 3 being the heat, number 4 being the way that the exhaust looks, and moving right along, what would you say to round out the field, the 5th thing that you dislike about this Harley Davidson?
It's got to be the sound of it when it's on here. Guys, it's a Harley Davidson, and I know a lot of people are going to say, you know, well, yeah, most Harleys don't sound that great. These Milwaukee 8 engines, how they come on most other motorcycles right now, they sound pretty decent, I would say. All the other ones in the lineup, this sound is so neutered. It sounds like a sewing machine.
Yeah, I mean, when I rode it and stuff, I feel like you hear the motor, but I want that rumble. I mean, I'm on a Harley Davidson. I want it to feel like I'm freaking making kids' ears bleed when I'm on this thing. When I rode it around for the short time that I did, that's definitely something I agree with as well.
And the sound is there. Don't get me wrong. This has the sound of a Harley Davidson. It just needs to be turned up a couple notches.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know, you can only really hear it when you're really getting onto it.
Yeah. And I just wanted to restate, you guys, these are 5 things that we have to pick. You have to understand, he spent his hard-earned money on this bike. There's a reason why he bought this bike. There's a reason why he loves this bike. But if we had to pick 5 things, you could even argue that they're not really good things because, for example, the exhaust, you could just upgrade it. So that'll cut that off right there. The tune, you can upgrade it. But if you had to pick 5 things, these are the 5 things that you would say.
I'll say I absolutely love this bike. I love every minute I'm on it. I do not regret my decision one bit. Right. I enjoy every single second I'm on this motorcycle.
Yeah, so let me twist it up really quick. So we went with the 5 things you did not like. You guys don't see behind the scenes. We kind of had to think about it, kind of had to talk about it. The 5 things that you don't like. We did not prepare for this. Nothing at all was prepared. 5 things you like about the bike. Don't even take a breath. Go for it.
1, the looks. 2, I know I said the tune, but performance. 3, I'm going to say this bronze exhaust here, these holes, I think it looks absolutely badass. 4, the stock Harley Davidson air cleaner. Most people change them out. I think that's absolutely amazing. And 5, the old school feel and look of this Milwaukee 8 motor. I absolutely love it. I look at it almost every day, and I think it's absolutely amazing here with this nice old school look, and I love it.
Right. So that's just to show you guys, like I said, that wasn't rehearsed. We did not discuss that, and I'm sure you can name another 500 things you love about the bike.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I know the tone and the vibe of this video was kind of like a negative tone, like 5 things that you don't like, but I also wanted this video to be somewhat of a review video. How many miles did you have on the bike now? Because you bought it with 0 miles on it, right?
Yeah, I bought it brand new. I have 2,200 miles on it right now.
Okay, so after 2,000 miles, what are some things, good or bad and different, that you really have noticed about the bike?
This bike will stay comfortable for a few hours or so. It's very nice to ride. Now obviously going across country, you know, the touring bikes would be better.
Yeah.
But it is really, really nice to ride.
Right.
You know, it's a torque machine. It could pull a house down. You know, it has a mountain of torque.
All right, so it is just perfect for what you need. I mean, it fits your lifestyle perfectly. So 2,000 miles on the bike, no regrets whatsoever in this purchase?
No, not at all. I love it.
Okay, so if somebody was kind of looking for, what in your lifestyle made you decide that this is the bike that I want? You want to take it out cruising with your friends, you want to go across the city, you want to go across the state, and you want to stay local, or what made you decide on this bike versus some other bikes?
Well, this bike definitely has a dual personality. I can cruise all day on it and be comfortable. But the thing I love about this bike is when I want to have some fun and crank that throttle and lean into corners, I can too.
Yeah.
And you know, coming from sport bikes and stuff, that's something I love about the bike.
Yeah.
Is having that dual personality.
I'm sure without a doubt, some of you guys are watching this video and you're not necessarily a subscriber of mine. I would encourage you to subscribe if you like some of this stuff, you know. But anyway, so if you're watching this video just because you want to get an idea of if you should buy this bike, take it from somebody who's put 2,000 miles on the bike. What do you think? Should you buy this bike?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If your budget, you know, if your budget allows it, I would definitely look into one of these or one of the other 2018 Softails. A new chassis, brand new motor, they're amazing, and the suspension as well.
Right, and what better way to do research than somebody who actually has the bike? He's sitting right here, you guys. If you had any questions for us or for him, I'll relay them over to him. Just leave that in the comment section below. And that's about it. So we're wrapping this up. Any final thoughts?
I'll be down in the comments as well, and you guys can comment. I'll reply right back to you.
So that'll be JBodie407 in the comment section. If he's answering you, you'll know it's him because he's there and he's answering you. But anyways, you guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Comment, subscribe, check out some of my other videos, do all the stuff. You know what it is, YouTube. We're out.